Hello guys, welcome to Lexalexus. So today is the moment I'm going to give my announcement. I knew this day was going to come very soon. I feel today it feels most appropriate for me to announce what I need to announce, and I can explain more following my Burnley Sunderland stream, which will be coming very soon. Really looking forward to getting through to the streams again. I've really missed doing them, and it's ultimately the thing I love to do, watching the football with all of you guys. It is an honor always doing it. So I'm just going to cut through to the chase and just really talk to you guys properly for the first time in about a year and a half, I dare say. You know, when I stream, you would know me if anyone saw me stream. I'm an open book. I'm very honest when it comes to things going on, probably too honest at certain times. But today, this is really going to be that sort of version of me within a video form, because I need to inform you guys what my thoughts and what is going to happen following this future of this special channel. So, when I started YouTube all the way back in Independence Day of 2019, it was really a thing I've always wanted to try. You know, I've always fantasized trying YouTube and starting from scratch and trying to build a community and do all those things, because ultimately when I did start, I had amount of friends that you can count on only one hand, and unfortunately over the years that number has just actually gone less and less, which I'm regrettably due to my distancing and my actions. But this was practically my opportunity to kind of offer out my opinions, because a lot of the time, you probably wouldn't know, but I'm scared a lot of the time to voice what I would like to say. I never take pride in looking after myself, which has really shown to me really losing out with my social time. And also with the fact that my fitness, since actually we've gone out of lockdown, has really deteriorated. My, peak in terms of my fitness and actually me feeling really good about how I was treating myself was very ironically enough during the pandemic, when this channel was practically what I needed to do. It was really the only way that I could work towards something to get a source of income, and I actually had not actually started getting any sort of recognizable income until this year, when I gained 1,000 subscribers, which I'm still thoroughly grateful to all of you guys today. All of you guys have led me to this very point, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I really wouldn't. So obviously, I'm trying to, not edit this video, because as I like to say, I want to be absolutely honest. I don't want to hide anything with potential edits and cuts and all of that. What's the point of me being honest if I actually do anything like that? But anyway, I really am stalling on what I'm going to say, and it's sad in a way. But actually, in a way, it is also within a good side as well. So, you would know that actually, ironically enough, Independence Day of last year, 2021, so exactly 2 years, in fact no, 3 years, I forget, we're in 2023. Gosh, yeah, so 3 years after, since I started YouTube all the way in 2019. Was it 2019? Yeah, I was 18 when I started, so yeah, it would have been 2019. And yeah, that same day in 2022, I started working full-time, just above minimum wage salary a year, but it's still actually really good experience for me, because obviously if you knew me within my streams, you would know that I've done an accounting and finance degree, managed to get a first. If you followed me on Instagram, you would have seen my actual post about that, which I'm still absolutely amazed that I even got a first in an accounting and finance degree. And there's so many people to thank. Jack and Carl, which you would know, guys know from my Among Us days. They played a really big part for me getting that degree to the best that it really could have been. They were a really good support package there. So yeah, whilst I was doing my final year, applied for a job in Ipswich, managed to get the job. So amazingly, I didn't need to apply to any other interviews to try and get a graduate job. I got it within the first job I was interviewed for, which is very, very rare. And if any of you have tried to apply for graduate jobs yet, which some of you may start thinking to do quite soon, some of you may start thinking of doing apprenticeships when you're starting to finish school a little bit, some of you may be doing GCSEs. You know, I think what's really great about this community, it's a very young community, but it's got a really big variety of educational points in their life. And a lot of the time in the stream, I would actually answer questions with my own experience to try and help anyone out to make better decisions, because ultimately a lot of the time I've made really poor decisions. You know, I've made really poor decisions regarding my future, which has really just been down to making poor decisions within myself. And in a way, it's kind of gave me a bit of a kick in the backside a little bit. I remember when I had to speak to Paul, which you would know, he's someone I've spoken very highly of the channel before, but he just basically said, you just need to find something that really is for you. And in my mind, I wanted to do exactly what I said I was going to do, which was to try and be a chartered accountant. So that's what I've done. I've actually managed to get that job, obviously, within Ipswich, training and using softwares, using and learning all the different types of companies and speaking to clients, doing all of that stuff. So I'm really, really pleased with the experience. And I actually spoke to Carl about this quite recently, that he's really surprised and amazed, actually, with what I've been thrown with, because, you know, that experience is really crucial. It does come at a cost, and it's something I'm going to explain now. So within studying full-time, which is exhausting enough as it is, I've got study on top of that as well to try and get to the exam level of the chartered accountant. And I've got to basically do 2 different exam boards, and I'm currently on the first one that I'm currently doing at the moment. I've taken 2 exams at the moment and taking my third very, very soon. I've passed one but failed one by 1 mark. And when I failed that one by 1 mark there, whilst I understand it's really unlucky for me to miss out on a 3-hour exam by 1 mark, which means I'll have to redo it again, it made me realize that actually this is what I care. This is, you know, getting this sorted is really, really ultimately what I do care about. And unfortunately, since I started, you know, actually when I started working, you know, videos were still pretty frequent with the channel. I had a really good routine to get things posted and sorted. But as soon as the study days went in and there was extra commitments for me to use my time for, is when the channel started to be a little bit neglected. You know, I'm not hiding that it was neglected. Barely posted in the past couple of weeks and let's say months, actually. You know, in 2023, in terms of original videos, the only one that I kind of made, which was my final Premier League and Championship predictions. The rest have either been reviews, maybe the odd stream, or predictions. And unfortunately, that is really what it's turned into. And even doing those has meant that I sacrificed crucial time for me to study and to get prepared with exams, and just even looking after myself as well. I said to myself I wanted to try and go to the gym a bit more this year. I've only been 1 time, down to me being exhausted with the constant traveling back and from work, because it's at least 2.5 hours there and back every day when I have to go to Ipswich. But also with the amount of time that I have to take to not only prepare graphics, I have to record, edit, process, send to YouTube, all those things, they really do take time. And unless you make videos, which I know some of you guys do as well, it does take a while. And I take care in what I want to do, you know, by making those extra graphics. I really do care. And unfortunately, it has really made me prevent the quality that I've wanted from the channel. And it's meant recently, when I do videos, there would occasionally be things that I say that are just not correct at all. And it's something that has been called out by a couple of you commenting, you know, quite recently, actually. And I do address that, and I put my hands up. You know, nobody's perfect when it comes to try and offer content for you guys, but definitely within 2022, I was able to research things more. I was able to be more prepared, script things down, and just to have a better delivery. Unfortunately, nowadays, I record and wing it as it goes, and sometimes because of that, editing for that just takes longer because there's more mistakes I need to edit out there. Graphics just take just as long as well, and unfortunately, because of my priorities going elsewhere, it's meant that I've really forgotten to keep up with the championship. You know, Charlie would know this with Ben HD's prediction league on his Patreon. There's some weeks where I don't even post my predictions at all, simply because I've completely forgotten to do it, you know, because I've other things on my mind to do. And unfortunately, this year especially, it's made me realise that whilst I will happily observe the championship, it's going to be only this rather than really trying to be an advocate or a member of the championship YouTubing community to deliver that stuff. So in essence, what I'm going to announce today is, in terms of videos and making those videos in terms of my channel Lexalexus, that's going to end. It is. And it's difficult for me to say it any other way. You would have known that I was crying out for an editor, and it didn't happen. Paul offered, and he's just had a busy life as well as me as well, and I really hope he's all right, because now that I've got this break and I want to try and catch up, I've not been able to get hold of him either. So I've got a lot of catching up to do with people, because unfortunately what this cycle has done, where it's been constant things for me to do, whether it's traveling back from work straight to YouTube or straight to study, I've not looked after myself. My diet's been poor. I've not exercised as much, which I've seen from the scales quite recently, and it's meant that I've really cut any social time that I still need as a 22-year-old. You know, so unfortunately now I feel to get control back with my life, to free up some of that time, I need to start trying to drag things back and cut things down. And this, I think, is the one thing that I can start doing to potentially work on me. And one positive that I'm going to say, that I can't go forever. There's no chance of me going forever. Definitely when there's a little bit of a break with studying and stuff, I mean, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon if I've got to be brutally honest. But with that period between doing the one exam board and the next one, this will be a perfect time for me to try and go back and catch up with you guys. But what I'm going to do is stream. There's going to be some streams, because most of the time when I stream, it's when I watch the football. And honestly, I'm not going to do a routine that's not going to allow me to have some social time watching the football. So you guys will still be able to see me do an odd stream doing the football. It could be that on the Saturday I do a really good day of studying, and as a result I'm going to watch football, and that will be when you see me stream. It could be a Sunday Championship game or a Sunday Premier League game. It could be one of those. So I'm not gone for good, not yet at least, but a big part of my channel, which has been those predictions, those prediction leagues, they are all going to end after this season. So yes, match day 46 review, or in fact, to be more specific, my reaction to the championship playoffs, will be a firm conclusion of making videos for my channel. I remember purchasing the software that I've used to edit my videos, and it was something that was recommended to me by Ben HD, so I'll give him a shout out, all the way back in 2019. Still use it to this day, and I'm forever grateful with the opportunity that I did have on the channel. I'm not going to edit that out, you see. I'm not going to try and edit things out. You know, any sort of blunder, mistake or slip you're going to see today. But with all the people I've collabed with, you know, there's Mr. Football, you know, we've also got Benjamin Bloon, Matt SB, Ben HD, of course, everyone that I've collabed, and if I've missed anyone out, I apologise, but there's been the odd collab that I would do, and I am grateful that all of you have given your time to free me to talk about championship stuff. And honestly, at the moment, what I've really regretted actually is not being able to reward you guys for winning these prediction leagues and stuff like that. I'm really going to try hard in this next month to see if I can organise something to not only reward the winners for this year's leagues, but to see if I can get anything back for the previous winners as well. I am definitely overdue to owe something back to you guys that have really taken me to this point. From this shy 18-year-old who was stuck in his bedroom. I mean, I'm still stuck in my bedroom, but you know, in a way, the shyness is not quite as prominent anymore. You know, I felt putting on this camera, and that in itself has changed setups over the years. I've recorded there, down there, recorded here, recorded on the side over there. There's been at least 4 or 5 different positions I've put the camera on, and I'm pleased to say, but I even got a new camera for Christmas, but that's changed. The mic has changed. The way I've recorded videos now has actually changed starting this year, and I actually prefer this, to be honest. So I'm very pleased actually in terms of the presentation, but the execution is definitely not as good as it was. So quite honestly, at this moment of time, I don't know how you guys are going to take this, but yes, after the playoff championship final, that's going to be it in terms of videos. I need to have more time to study, and I just need more social time, because honestly, it's demoralizing where I hear everyone from work going on holidays with friends, girlfriends, or whatever. And right now, the only thing I have to look forward to this weekend is, I don't know, on my phone, sitting on my bed. You know, I've really destroyed any sort of social chance that I've had just by slaving myself doing this. And I've known for a while now that this has now got to start gain its conclusion, or like a conclusion of sorts, because anytime I make a video now, it's a hassle. You know, even today, I'm recording this at 3 o'clock, and normally what I'll do, I'll record videos in midday to make sure I've got plenty of time to release it. But right now, it's likely that I'm just going to send you this straight clip, no bother from me to edit, and it's just going to be a plain one loop thing. So yeah, there's some really good things, you know, don't get me wrong, there's been some brilliant moments, and honestly I really want to make like a compilation of moments, but ironically enough, I actually don't think I've got time anymore. I really don't. I know I've got holiday now, but I've not used any of my holiday time for study. In fact, I've actually missed deadlines from doing study as well because of me making my championship predictions video, my table predictions video, that is, as well. So that for me was also the final nail of the coffin, that I need to get my priorities right now. So it is with a heavy heart, and it really does hurt. I know I'm not sobbing away, but I'm someone that doesn't like to show emotion, really. You see me as an open book, and I may be even more emotional on the stream later on today. But this will be the last year I make videos, but you'll see me stream. So you'll still be able to see me get my unauthentic reaction when it comes to moments within the game, something to do for fun. And honestly anymore, you know, I'm not even thinking about if I'm not going to get monetized anymore because of me not posting enough videos. At this point, you know, at the moment, it doesn't even compare to what I get from doing the study and going to my full-time work anymore. If I'd have grown a lot bigger than I was, maybe even, I don't know, 6 or 7k, approaching 10k, where I could start getting those sorts of payments that I would get from full-time work, then I would have definitely had a really tough decision to make. But it's now felt a bit more of an obvious decision that this is really going to be sticking to something that was fun while it lasted. And gosh, it's 18 minutes long, so right, I really got to try and end this. So in a way, just to timetable everything for you, later on you're going to see me stream Burnley and Sunderland. You're also going to see my thoughts in terms of League One. So I kind of already made my table calculations, but I'm probably going to readjust them now because I'm going to account for this weekend's games, which is very crucial. Sheffield Wednesday having Lincoln, and Derby playing Ipswich. Could be some crucial games for League One there. But yeah, you're going to see me stream Burnley, Sunderland there. You'll see my review maybe Sunday, maybe Monday, because I don't actually think we've got a Sunday game for the Championship this week, if I'm right saying, and it's going to feel a weird time to do score predictions because obviously it's the Easter holiday as well. So it's Easter weekend in the Championship, and things are a little bit different in terms of their time because I think they play their football actually on the Friday. So it's going to be an interesting schedule this week, but Definitely wanted to release this before it was too late in a way. Wanted to give you guys some good notice. So I've actually forgotten when the playoff final is, but let's just say 2 months time is going to be the last time you see me post content, and the only things you'll see from me now are going to be the odd stream. And I say the odd stream, you know, it's not going to be a weekly stream. It's just really going to be a stream whenever I've got enough time, whenever I feel I've treated myself in the right way possible. You know, I need to really take a couple of steps back within my self-worth, self-value before I can take steps forward to offer that same self-value to you guys. Because you guys have done it so much for me, but it's very dangerous when you don't do it to yourself, and it's something that I've got to learn the very, very hard way. And by doing that, I need to stop any distractions from it. And this is going to be the first thing that I do. And it's not going to be the only thing I'm going to, pull away. You know, there's so many other things that pull my attention away within my own self-value, my self-worth, and my self-time, that it's going to be an interesting year, 2023. But I'm looking at it as really a time just to try and get as much fun as I can, really. Because at this moment of time is really, really starting to run out in terms of that, for me at least. You know, I should never think of it that way, but it's going to be that, right? I don't know what it's turning into now. It's like endless waffles. So you guys have been absolutely awesome. I say you guys are legendary every time I end a video with that sort of pose as well, because I really do mean it from the bottom of my heart. You guys have really, really been the very reason that I've stayed on this long. When I said I was going to quit, I mean, it's cringe when I think back of it now, back in 2020 with my mental health and stuff like that. I really was considering quitting, and right now, this is me making sure that I don't fall back into what I was in that moment there. And I'm taking a much more mature approach to it, setting deadlines, and you would have seen me growing up a little bit in terms of this channel, and I really hope for you guys that I can still, in some way or another, maybe I could use a community post a little bit, maybe, to try and get some more interactions in, potentially. So that could be what I might do more, rather than making videos now. Just do some short, quick stuff. Shorts is something I've been considering, but I have no idea what to do. But anyway, need to end here because I need to actually start setting up the Burnley and Sunderland stream. It's been really difficult. I've not had a script for this. Maybe I could have worded it any differently. I don't know if I could have, but in essence, the message is out there. It's out. That's my announcement to you guys. Just tell me what you think in the comments down below. I'm not expecting anything from you guys, really. You guys have been absolutely amazing as always. I'm not going to ask to like or subscribe or whatever, because it is ultimately pointless, really, to ask for something like that, especially with a video with a tone like this. But I really, really feel like that I might miss this, at a certain time. But quite honestly, I felt the time was right, and it's really starting to chuck it down with rain. So even the worlds outside are hearing me announce this here. So let's end it here before I ramble on. Thank you guys so much for watching for the 4 years that I've been doing this, which is absolutely incredible for me to think about. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary if you saw the end of this very, very low mannered video. And as always, I'll see you guys very, very soon. You'll see me on the stream. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.